What's up? Matt from Archfab. Today I'm up in Gloucester visiting Extreme Precision Engineering, the company that make the CNC plasma tables that I've got in the workshop now. So I'm just come to have a bit of a look around their work premises and also do some training to learn how to use all the software for drawing the parts and using the machine. So just having a little nose around their workshop at all the machinery, and then that's some machines ready to go out to customers. This is some of the electrical components that go into the electronics on the tables. This is some examples of stuff that they've cut out with the tables. And this is Rob showing me, basically just teaching me how to draw some basic parts and showing me how to use the software. And this is like a little test room they've got where they do their training. So this is going through loading a drawing into SheetCam and then going from there into Mach 3, which is what controls the torch and the plasma cutter, and then this is like an artwork program where you can take a piece of art and then load it into the system and pretty much cut out sort of any piece of artwork that you want, really. So it's a pretty cool feature if you're into making metal art and that sort of thing, but I'm going to be using it more for manufacturing parts. This is a demo on some 10mm thick plate, and it cuts through that really cleanly. It kind of ramps its way into the cut, so you don't get kind of a mess when it blows through the plate. That's a pretty clean cut for some 10mm plate. It can do a bit thicker than that, and then depending on what plasma cutter you put on it, I mean, it can go thicker again. That's a really nice square cut on that piece. So this is back at my workshop now, and this is a drawing that I've done a few times. I'm just doing it again on camera, and I make a bit of a mistake there with one of the measurements, but I'll correct that later on. And this is going to be the first part that I'm going to be cutting on my table. Alright, so this is the first part I've drawn. I've done some test squares to set all the parameters and limits of the table. So this is going to be the first part that I've actually drawn and cut. So I'm going to do a test run now just to make sure that the torch does what it's supposed to do. So you can watch it doing all its cut paths. Make sure it's not going to crash into anything or you should be good to go. How cool is that? So when I was doing the drawing, I couldn't remember whether I had made this piece 50 or 60 in my other drawing. And now I've cut it out, I can see that it was 50 in my first drawing. This came down to more of a point. So I'm going to check that this actually bolts on to the strut top. And then I'm going to redo this drawing with this at 50mm instead of 60 and cut another one. But we'll check that all the bolts line up and everything. So I don't know if you saw the last bit of the cut, it went in again and did another cut. That's because I had like an overlapped line here. It did actually give me the warning to say that something wasn't right, but it was showing this as a solid line. So I need to zoom in on the drawing, and there's obviously something like an overlap line or something here. But I can grind that off anyway. But this is the second part of this. So this is like a little piece. These are just cutouts where they're going to be folds. So this piece will sort of fold round to the same angle as that, and then we'll weld it on, and that'll be our like mounting plate. I'll weld that around there, weld those slots up, grind all that flush, and that'll be sweet. I don't know where spring went. So I've beveled these edges. So I've got a nice little valley to fill up with weld all the way around there. Alright, that's my first CNC plasma project finished. I'm really happy with that. I've got to say a massive thanks to Rob at Extreme Plasma for sending out the table, and also for training me up, showing me how to use it, and getting me up to speed with actually like drawing parts and then cutting them. I was a bit concerned that it would be something that I actually wouldn't be able to get my head around, because generally I'm really bad with anything computer based, but it's just 2D drawing, and it's actually quite simple, and I've only done very basic stuff there, but you know, that's way further along in one day than I thought I would be. So yeah, really happy with that. Really happy with this. Still got loads to learn. Now I've done one part and it's been a success. My mind is just kind of like churning over with ideas of stuff to make now. But so yeah, looking forward to the future with this thing, and seeing what I can come up with. But yeah, that's going to be it for this one. Cheers for watching. See you on the next one.